How about Bruce saying he's not sold on Desmond Ridder? I keep on telling everybody this. Now, that's one man's opinion. Arthur Smith has another opinion. And part of the opinion that he might have for Desmond Ridder is they liked him. He liked him X, Y, and Z. He's seen him in practice. He's seen him this. He's seen him that. So he absolutely 100% believes in Desmond Ridder. He's the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. And then they're in these meetings and they talk all about how much things cost. That's the issue, how much Lamar costs. But if these teams do not win with the chips, with the bets that they're making with their young kids, and Lamar goes somewhere else and wins a ton, could you imagine what that's going to look like?
Not good.
Correct. Not good. That's the way you lose jobs.
Yes.
Now, what can save you on your job is you can then turn to the owner who's looking at you and saying, why, you're fired, or I'm thinking of firing you, or you need to do the X, Y, and Z. You're the one who didn't want to stroke the check. It's a team effort here. This is all assuming. This is all assumption. All of it. But how about also an interesting aspect of what Bruce just said is that Caleb Williams is from the Mid-Atlantic. And if you're the new owners of the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, right.
You want to do everything you can to go and get this kid. But the problem is Commanders aren't remotely close to the worst team in the league. They're not. Nope. You got to be the worst team in the league to get Caleb Williams next year. And period. End of story.
1,000%. Unless Drake May has like a Joe Burrow type season.
Oh, it's true. I mean, going into the Burrow-Tua final years, it was Tua's world. We were all rent payers, and then Burrow had an incredible year.
Joe Burrow came out of nowhere, had maybe the greatest college football season ever. And
right.
Obviously, he was the number one pick. It could happen. I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Nobody saw Cam Newton doing what he did at Auburn. Like you heard Bruce say, one player get drafted on his team. Nobody on offense.
I'm just stunned that Dan Snyder's already out. I mean, what does it matter to him if the new owners get stuck with a $200 million guaranteed contract? What does it matter to him? Lamar Jackson actually
kind of boosts the value.
Boosts the value of the team.
The already insane value, but yes.
Boosts the value of the team.
Yeah, Rich, when you say that, right, I think as sports fans, we look at one thing, right? We look at, did you win? Did you not win? Right?
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to these businessmen, these owners, like you just said, that's the bottom line, is making money. Lamar Jackson is going to make your franchise money off the field, jersey sales, things of that nature.
Yep.
Like,
you're in the NFC East. You already got the deck stacked against you in terms of chatter.
Yeah. Because
your team resides within.
No, we live rent-free in people's heads, man.
The Dallas
it's
Cowboys are the number one talked about team, maybe in sports. The only club that comes close to it would be any team that LeBron's on. Certainly the Lakers with LeBron would come close to it. The Philadelphia Eagles just went to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They're returning a team that can win the Super Bowl again. At some point, Jalen Hurts is going to sign a monster contract. I believe Jalen Hurts will wind up on the cover of Madden. He's the perfect person to do that. Okay?
I think so.
He might be the first quarterback taken in your fantasy draft this fall, and these are metrics, and when you're having your team talked about. The Giants sit in New York. And then there's the Washington Commanders. You want to talk about branding issues? Your team was called football team for a while, and a lot of people think that's better than the current moniker your team has. You're one of them.
I'm one of those
people.
Go
back to being the WFT instead of WTF.
It's what I call them anyway. So.
You would flip the switch. You would be talked about on the spot. You get Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. You would be on national television. You will be talked about. You will have so many eyes on you. And by the way, on top of it, you can win the Super Bowl with the offense and the defense and the young guys that you have. And the coach, who's won Coach of the Year multiple times. Shrug emoji on that one. I still don't understand. I mean, and I hope for them, because I love Rivera, that Sam Howell's the guy. I hope for him. I sure do. Now, at the 16th overall pick, does Levis drop there and they like him? Do they go Hendon Hooker right there?
Or you not tank and hope
You
that
can't
you're
not
better.
tank. There is no not tanking in the NFL. There's none. You can't do that.
Dude,
You
I
cannot
just
do that.
disagree. Yes, everyone's going to play hard. No one's outrightly trying to lose, but you can make decisions as a front office that gives your team the best chance to not win.
Tell me how that worked for the Houston Texans in the final week of the season. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.